This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month.
And we welcome Chris Price, our Star Student of the Month, and he is a senior at B.B. Comer High School. And Chris, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. And tell us a little bit about Chris Price.
Okay, so I'm a senior at B.B. Comer High School, 12th grade. I have my mom, Lindsay, her husband, Shane Lindsay, and I'm right in the middle of 7 kids. But I'm in clubs like Beta Club, Student Leadership Team, Key Club, Educational Talent Search.
How long have you gone to B.B. Comer your whole career? Or what?
No, sir. My first year at Comer was in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And before that, I went to Federal.
Okay. What's it like being a senior at B.B. Comer?
Oh, it's wild. So when I was in like the 7th grade, I really didn't imagine that I'd be a senior this soon. And I just always thought it was insane to think about, you know, like almost being in the real world. And
here you are, right?
Yeah, here I am. So it's just crazy to think about.
Who's some of the people at B.B. Comer that's kind of impacted your life?
Mr. B, he's the math teacher. I don't actually have him this year, but I've had him pretty much every other year before this. He's a really good teacher, and he makes sure you understand things that you may not know, and he just helps any way he can. And then, of course, the senior sponsors. So that's Mr. Poe, Miss McGrady, and Miss McCartney. They help.
Well, some of the classes you're taking your senior year.
Okay, so the only 2 classes I'm taking at Comer are AP Biology and AP Gov and Economics.
So how many hours a day do you spend at B.B. Comer a day?
I go in at 7:45 like everyone else, and then after 4th period, it ends around 11:30, I go to CAC on Monday and Wednesdays and have a math class there.
Okay. Chris Price, who's a senior at B.B. Comer, our guest this morning. And who's some of your buddies at school?
So we have like a friend group. It's me and then my best friend Hayden Danford, and then Corey Anderson also, and then Olivia Jackson and Akaja Billingsley.
Now, your older brother and sister, they're attending college now already.
Yes, sir.
Where do they go?
My brother Jacob, he graduated last year, and he's a freshman at the University of Alabama now. And then Keely, she's my stepsister. She graduated 2 years ago, and she now goes to Troy. What
has driven you, Chris, to excel in your school education and look forward to life after high school?
I mean, a lot of it is competition because, you know, growing up right in the middle of 7 kids, it's hard to stay in there. So, I mean, I've just been trying my best in school. And I've always wanted to help people, and that's just the best way to do it.
Well, you've got plans for after high school. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so I'm probably going to go to UAB. That's not set in stone yet, but that's where I'm looking at going. And I'm going to get my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. And then I'm going to get 1 or 2 years of critical care and like the ICU, stuff like that. And then I'm going to go back and become a nurse anesthetist.
What triggered you to go down that road?
A few years ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I just started thinking about it and looking at different options. And then I found this, and it just really interested me.
What's your take on this COVID stuff?
I think it's kind of crazy. Like at school, we have to wear masks and stuff. And the way people are getting like exposed to it, and then they're having to stay out too so they don't get exposed. I just think it's really crazy.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, Chris Price, who's a senior at B.B. Comer, you touched on some of the clubs. Talk a little bit more about some of the clubs you're involved in at school.
Okay, so Student Leadership Team, that's like one of the main ones, that and Beta Club. We just like help around the school and in the community and stuff. So like the last thing we did was a few weeks ago, Governor Kayabi came down to the school to talk about a project they're doing nearby. So we just welcomed all the guests in and told them where to go, handed out like flyers and stuff, just doing things like that.
Did you get an close enough opportunity to say anything to her?
No, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I saw her, but some of my friends spoke to her, but I was there to help.
Now, you have played sports in the past, and played baseball, football, and ran track early on in your career. you stopped playing sports.
Yes, sir.
Why?
With everything that's going on, you know, a sports season isn't necessarily guaranteed at this point. So I just thought it'd be better off to focus on school instead of having too much to worry about.
4.0 GPA, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good for sure. 32 on your ACT, and you know, when you look at this, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of discipline. How do you do that?
I just know, like I know I'm smart, but I know I have to work hard for everything I get. And most of the time I just push myself to be the best I can because I know I can do better.
Since kindergarten to the senior class, nothing but A's.
Yes, sir.
Now that is quite remarkable. And how do you encourage other kids that they can go that road too?
Most of the time, if someone ever asks me something, I just tell them that if they really put their mind to it and if they really care about it, then they'll find the work and they'll find the effort to do themselves to be up there too.
You applied and were accepted into the UAB Dean Scholarship as a Dean Scholarship, ranked first in your class. I mean, that's really, really good. Now, you're involved in the workforce too. Talk about that.
Okay, so the past few summers, I've been a counselor at Camp Mac. I was either a counselor or I went there as a camper. So it's like a summer camp for kids. And I'd like help set up and take everything down before and after they came. My like real dad, he actually works there. He's the head maintenance coordinator. So I've got to spend a lot of time up there. And we'll go and stay. When I went last summer, I was a counselor for 4 weeks. So I stayed there for 4 weeks, helped bring the kids in.
Where was this held at?
It's at Camp Mac in Montford, Alabama.
Okay. All right. Now, what age kids were these?
Anywhere from completed first grade to completed 8th grade, I believe.
I bet you had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was very challenging at some times.
Chris Price, who's a senior at B.B. Comer High School, and he has his head on straight, and he knows what he wants to do in life. And you know, when you look at your senior year at B.B. Comer, you've been going there since the 7th grade. How would you like to be remembered when you leave B.B. Comer?
I just want to be remembered as a person who put everything they had and tried their best in everything they did.
Before we go, favorite food?
Favorite food? Probably spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay. Favorite dessert?
Ice cream.
You're lean. You don't eat much ice cream.
Yeah.
Chris Price, who's a senior at B.B. Comer. We appreciate Chris being with us. And he has got so many accolades bestowed upon him, and fine young man. And Chris, we wish you the very best in life. He's looking at this camera right here. His name is Chris Price, and he's a senior at B.B. Comer High School. He is our Star Student of the Month.